Hey everyone, my name is Erik and I play bass, and this is the Pearce BC1 preamp. This is a pretty legendary piece of studio gear. I bought it just over a year ago and I've been playing around with it. I've featured it in a few videos, trying out the different channels, trying out some settings on it, trying out, doing some neural captures and whatnot. This is a really cool piece of gear with a lot of bass history to it, and players like Billy Sheehan and John Mayang have used this on countless recordings and tunes. And yeah, really cool. I'm really glad that I got the chance to get this one. This particular unit is a stock BC1 preamp. There is something called the Sheehan mod, which essentially takes away quite a bit of the low end and gives you a lot more distortion on channel 1. On my Suncoast BC3 XL preamp, you can actually go between, a stock BC1 setting and the Sheehan mod by the flick of a switch. However, this one is completely stock, and I wanted to see if I could get it to sound a bit more like, a Sheehan modded one. So that's why I used this fine pedal. This is the Suncoast HD-1 harmonic driver. I used only the red channel on this fine pedal. I used the boost, and I used it only on channel 1 of this Pearce BC1 preamp. So before we get really nerdy with the neural captures and whatnot, here's what the Pearce BC1 sounds like in a full mix with the Suncoast HD-1 into channel number 1. And here's what the neural captures of the very same setting sounds like in a full mix. And here's what the Pearce BC1 sounds like with just bass and drums. And here are the neural captures of the very same settings, but just bass and drums. And so that you can really get yourself an idea of what the HD-1 does, here is a reamp going between the HD-1 engaged and the HD-1 disengaged. Okay, it's now time to get really nerdy. Let's go between the neural capture of channel 1 and the actual channel 1 of the BC1. Okay, let's now do the same for channel 2. So as you can probably tell from the screen of my quad Cortex, I've done some post-processing to the neural captures using the EQ blocks. You can check that out on the cloud if you want to try this preset out for yourself. It'll work great with a dual output bass as well as a single output bass. Just change the input of row 3 to, input 1 instead of input 2. You could also probably tell that I used a delay block on the row that had the channel 1 capture, and that was to create some separation between the clean and distorted channel. This is a trick that I picked up from Master Willis, who is a complete genius when it comes to digital stuff like the Helix and whatnot, and he knows the Pearce preamp out and in like the palm of his hand, essentially. So shout out to Mr. John Willis. Go check out his homepage, Dr. Tone's Helix Lab, if you haven't already. It's a great resource for all kinds of, Helix and digital modeling knowledge. And now, last but not least, let's go between the Pearce BC1 and the neural captures and just check what's going on when both channels are engaged and you also have row 3 going with all its low-end glory. So the idea for making this video and these neural captures came when I rewatched my own video of the HD-1, and in that video I plugged this into the Pearce BC1 for the demo, and I realized how much I enjoyed that tone, so I wanted to see if I could capture this with the neural capture feature of the quad Cortex. If you're a owner of the Pearce BC1 and you have a stock one, I highly suggest you go and check out the Suncoast HD-1. It may not turn your BC1 into a Sheehan modded one, however, it gets you pretty darn close and gives you some lovely distortion, if I may say so myself. And, if you're in the market for a great distortion pedal for bass, go and check this one out, because it's amazing. I did get this sent to me last year, however, I really enjoy it, so it's not I'm not getting paid to say that. It's a great pedal for all types of bass distortion goodness. So there you have it. If you enjoyed the neural captures and the preset that I used in this video, make sure to head over to the Cortex cloud and grab this preset for yourself. It was a lot of fun to, try and dial it in this tone. I hope that you enjoyed all of this, rambling and all of these comparisons between the neural captures and the actual unit. The Pearce BC1 is a really cool piece of bass gear with a lot of amazing history, and you know, it has also pretty much skyrocketed in terms of price. I picked mine up for around $500 last year, and when I checked Reverb just a few days ago, I found one for pretty much the double amount of money. So it's rare and it's really cool. And if you get the chance to grab one of those, I highly suggest you to do it. And if you can't get your hands on some vintage Pearce stuff, go and check out Suncoast, because this is Pearce gear in a modern format, if I may say so myself. So with all this being said and done, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a comment down below what you thought about the different tones. Make sure to check out the neural captures and the preset that I've used in this video. And hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so that we can get to 10K and so that I can give some very cool stuff away. And I'll see you guys and gals and cats and dogs in the next video. Until next time, take care. Bye.
But hey, I'm in the band. Would it be so hard?